Knocked and locked.
We're landing. Let's review the objectives. Keep them in mind. Complete the mission for rewards. Find high-value items and extract. Keep the following in mind. Shoot, loot, then time to scoop.
What is up, everybody? It's Founder 3. I'm playing as Crix, and we are doing an Equally Done. I've gone for a while, so strapping, have some fun. Maybe the chat doesn't go too crazy if anyone's in here. Right now, we have 0 viewers. That's okay. If only runs are fun because they're challenging. Challenging. Yes, we do. Back kick. Come on. There we go. Alright. Might be lagging. That'll be alright. Diving on YouTube, and they do not prioritize well. Great. Actually, I need to monitor my bit. I run knife only, but I do use H and arrows. Only because the boss in this area like to pop out and pull you to actually start getting missions completed. And it gets me off when he does that. And there's already somebody else in the... That's cool. Gordon, and then close it behind me. That's how we roll. Learn from our mistakes. We are smarty smart, not dummy dumb. Oh, you?
Drops have been deployed all around the map. Proceed to search for items needed for the
Almost got
operation.
him. See what I mean? The boss came right out. 2 minutes in. Nailed me. And I lost a level 3 and a level 2. Douche. Sorry, we'll get back in. I think sleep. Probably did. O'clock in the morning. In base loadout. I don't care about armor at this point. Actually, I do. I do. And a backpack. I do any back. That's great. Iron one. save live. Again, I don't use weapons. I will pick them up and I will sell them, but I don't actually take them in. I have to for level requirements, otherwise I run my phone link. Couple platforms, so just let because you have to promote, and when you promote, things go well. Excuse me. My butt today.
Knocked and locked.
Alright.
We're landing. Let's review the objectives. Keep them in mind. Complete the mission for rewards. Find high-value items and extract.
I'm down to 7. Every time I go over there, the bus goes out.
Keep the following in mind. Shoot, loot, and tag the scoop.
Stab them. Wait. Love how it just drops me. Board mission. Let's see. A lot of people have been talking about BF6 being live on YouTube already, and all I have to say about that is that that's cool. BF6 will be a surprise that people are going all in because it's a AAA, and their server capacity, their abilities for server is actually far better than a free-to-play for the most part. Kind of the downside to running T doesn't actually has to adhere to stupid requirement, and I don't know if it's a Steam requirement or if it is a requirement services that they're actually their distributor to run server-side audio, but I hate it. Pain in the ass. And it's
Great.
that because
Eliminate the high-value
I do not
target
need
and
to hear
get your
the birds
reward.
Twitter the same way that someone else just run
Where are
server-side
you
audio for player interaction sound and allow a soundtrack in the background. Set your sounds up properly. The process if you understand how people actually sound. I think this part is to help with download size.
Excellent, operator.
Essential.
You've completed the mission.
Add audio packs for client-side audio. You're going to be looking at high fidelity, probably an extra 50 gigs maps, but you could reduce that by just normalizing the audio packs. Running different bitrate tell Preston an issue if you just trust that in the day and age where we have 32 Threadripper systems, that systems can actually handle threaded audio compression while streaming. Especially when there is an up-and-coming market for fiber optics. And that may be part of the downside, is that they think that fiber optic market is going to be
deployed all around the map.
primary
Proceed to
demographic.
search for items needed for the operation.
Watching.
Streamers like to max all of their settings and ensure that what they are running looks good as well as runs. But in that respect, I have another market of economy style gamers who don't spend $5 grand on a rig for someone else to build it, and understand that they don't need 32 cores to run a game that is 60 non-native. Honestly, I don't actually understand why people think that most of these games are even scripted 64-bit native anymore, because they still aren't. A lot of systems are still using a 32-bit architecture, and they are just upscaling their thread count to handle a 64-bit pipeline, which really doesn't do anything when it comes down to load times or access read and write. That's going to be handled directly on the bridge. Southbridge for .2. As if you're running M.2. See, I'm on an old SI military board.
Where are you?
And an RX 470 and a FX 6100 3.8 gig downclocked to 3.1 to help out with power consumption. And you can see how well I run. It's not detrimental to my gameplay at all. The only issue I have is when games force the FSR. AMD FSR is garbage, especially when you have a 100 meg down to meg up white caps like. Other than that, it's not bad. Even the 64 on 64 maps run perfectly fine because the level of character loads is still dynamic. So you still get low poly character loads in. The only thing you have to worry about there is it's a low poly pop in. And when you have a low poly pop in, you see them about a second after they actually safety. Inside. 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 No, I can't go inside. Thank you. Yeah. They actually made this a 64-bit native. That'd be. Steam is actually the API for this game right now. And with Steam running, it is 64-bit capable, compatible, but it is not 64-bit native. You have a 64-bit launcher. That's nice, so it launches quickly. But the architecture is still running. Which means once you actually launch it and the process of startup, you're going to have, let's see, it's 32-bit, so you're going to have 128 on every thread, which means it's probably going to be running 7 threads. Whereas if you're running Chrome side by side on a multi-monitor system, which I don't know anybody who doesn't have a multi-monitor system, you're going to be looking at probably an extra 17 to 20 threads just for Chrome to be running, because it likes to thread the hell out, maximize. Regardless, oh hey, someone's in here with me, that's cool. They like to maximize your availability, even if you're not using it, which is the dumbest damn setup I've ever heard of. Yes, please. It's every single bit of resource you can available. Not actually use Chrome. Even when I go in and I manually thread it out and I set it to prioritize and enumerate the cores, it will still maximize the usage out regardless of whether or not I am using the browser. It doesn't even have to be an active window. Makes a lot of sense. Okay. Somebody else in here. Around whatever. Down here. Actually, let's go ahead and activate this so we can get his attention. Obviously, just because I'm a gamer from the 90s. Alright. Hop up in here, and then we're going to close. I don't have power supply. An oldie but a goodie. If you want to grow old, stay out of the road. Very out. And one thing that I never really picked up on, probably because I gamed in these, was that environmental audio is actually extremely important. We used to game with friends on LAN parties and whatnot, and we would just jump around on Quake Live maps, well, Quake maps at a time. We just jump around on the Quake maps and railgun each other constantly, and have music playing in the background, just kind of farting around. Crazy. Once you get into competitive matches, the 3D audio, where things are coming from, is ridiculously important. A lot of gamers that start out, actually me, actually start
Eliminate
by
the high-value target and get your reward.
playing and running background, and then you can't hear what the heck is going on around you. Gamer. Actually. Environment. If you do that, you're not able to actually...
Excellent, operator. You completed the mission.
I'm sure that wounds will actually have an important aspect.
Where are you?
Right now, I really don't see problem. Now, fire is one thing, but like that, I've got a gut wound right now. That doesn't do anything to my character other than give this stupid visual effect. Which, I guess if you're in a PvP match, you have a problem, but if you're not in a PvP match and you're just running regular for the scenarios like this, it's just a pain in the butt. It's an extra slot I have to use to get rid of a screen effect. Now, if it was a bleeding wound and you actually damaged, like if you have a broken leg wound, bone in the leg wound, you take damage when you jump. That makes sense. But a gut wound increases your incoming damage by, like, I think 5%, 10%. And it's good in a PvP match, it does nothing in... It's not really worried about. Health. Gimme. And toothpaste, no. Okay. Littering and littering. Smoke. The face. Stamina back here. So, multi-core, multi-threaded running. I use Marissa Action streaming and recording. I like them because they give you a lot of options in order to actually connect to your accounts. They have a direct connection guy for Twitch and for YouTube. You can run them side by side if you want to, but you only have one live option at a time to keep you from accidentally multi-living and breaking a EULA, which is very nice because a lot of people use OBS, and OBS will allow you to stream live on multiple systems, or you can open multiple instances and then stream live, and that really just opens you up to a violation for your end user. And once you hit that point, you're pretty much done. They're gonna take your account, they're gonna say no, you got a strike, and then put you on suspension. You're gonna have to go through an entire review taken down. Wait for them to basically just take 5 to 10 business days and say, don't do that again. It's just a headache. And we have flag spiking, yay. There we go. I didn't realize I had 2 boxes, that's cool. Hello? Don't shoot through the window, that's not smarty smart. Where is this point at? Investigation is an investigation. There it was. Hello? There we go. Haha. Can't see me. Got it. Let's take him out. Go back to the station. A grenade? Why do you throw a grenade, but nobody else does? And boom. Alright. Yes, lemon tea. Another DeltaFarce. Black Hawk Down. Now, if you don't know, Black Hawk Down, now the Team Saber I'm not sure about, but the Black Hawk Down series came out in 1992 and was actually a freaking good game. Single player, obviously, I think it had multiplayer through local LAN, but the primary focus of that was